The internal security architecture of Nigeria is primarily the responsibility of the Nigerian Police Force and other paramilitary agencies for the purpose of containing threats to the security of Nigerians. These threats often relate to cases of riots, communal clashes, armed robbery, kidnapping, or adoptions, and even insurgency, which normally falls outside the constitutional duties of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN. The 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Section 217 states it clear that the duties of the Armed Forces of Nigeria is to defend Nigeria from external aggression, maintain its territorial integrity, and securing its borders from isolation on land, sea, or air, suppressing insurrection and acting in aid of civil authorities to restore order when called upon to do so by the President. But today, the Nigerian Army personnel are deployed in all the states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, carrying out internal security operations. To gain more knowledge on this, Security Watch Africa spoke to Director General, Nigerian Army Resource Center, Major General Garuba Wahab, retired, and Professor Christopher Ogbobo, Professor of History, University of Ibadan, on the role of the Nigerian Army in internal security.
The role of the Army is very clear, even from the constitutional provision. Section 217 of the Constitution is very clear. The military, which includes the Army, is to aid the civil authority in internal security operations. And it is when, if we are to go with the normal process, it is when the police had been seen or had confirmed that they cannot contain a situation, then the president calls out the armed forces and they aid. So a process of handing and taking over of activity is conducted. So when the whole event finishes, the army too hands over back to the police and they go back to the barracks. We've not seen the process being done all through Nigeria since 2003. That's why a lot of confusion, a lot of people are asking questions about that.
The army, just like other services, the military services, they don't deploy themselves. It is not that they are happy, they are all over the place, virtually all the states in the country. No. But if the president, with the backing of the National Assembly, as provided by the Constitution, say, I want you deployed to go and do ABCD. Once it's a constitutional legal order, they have to obey, even at their own inconvenience. Clearly, every Nigerian knows today that the army is fully stretched. So it is not as if they are excited about it. They just have to obey their C&C.
Professor Ogbobo mentioned inadequate funding and lack of training as reasons why the Nigerian police force has not provided effective policing for Nigerians.
It is for the political leadership to determine when they require them for internal security operations. And given the nature of the internal security operations and the lack of adequate preparedness of the Nigerian police, perhaps not due to the fault of the police, but due to the kind of attention the police has been given in terms of resources, training, and equipment, we always fall back to the army, which for me, I regard as unfortunate. Our armies, growing up, you hardly saw a soldier on the street. Today, they have become so prominent in the internal security operations of the country. It's not a healthy development. The researches we have done in this center indicate that the best way to go, the best route, is go back to your police, get your military police unit, retrain them, kit them properly, equip them. There should be a buffer between the normal police we see every day and the army, such that given the nature of the internal insecurity challenges we have, we should be able to deploy that level of police officers. And what am I talking about? Each state gets at least a minimum of 1,000 mobile policemen. Get the military to come in to train them and step up their efficiency beyond the normal police force training, and then equip them better than the current situation. You can then deploy when it matters. If you have 1,000 men on ground in each state, at least they will serve as the first aid to whatever insecurity challenge that emerges, to be able to deal with it. And that will give the army some breather to further professionalize.
According to Professor Ogbugbo, the presence of the Nigerian Army personnel in all the states of Nigeria has overstretched the manpower and throws up some challenges.
Our security forces are permanently put under pressure. For instance, where you are supposed to be in the battlefront maybe for 3 months, 6 months, and come out and you are not able to, because you don't have enough men for such frequent switching. And yet, like I tell my colleagues at times, I'm not holding forth for the military. I'm not the PR, public relations officer. But some of us, the little sense of security we'll enjoy. You can sit in a bar and drink and eat fish and talk. And it is because some people are laying down their lives elsewhere and they need to be appreciated.
Shirley Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.